Hi guys, welcome to the Bashcom Tech Power Masterclass. Today we'll be talking about a very unique topic. What is SQL? This is a $1,000,000 question. The knowledge of SQL is very important. Firstly, what does it stand for? It stands for Structured Query Language. My name is Bashcom, lecturer for the class. Now, SQL is a very important database programming language. The knowledge of SQL is important if you want to be a database administrator, data analyst, data engineer, data scientist, software backend developer. The knowledge is very important, and that's why it's a course that has been around for a long time, since 1981. SQL is very important, and if you want to start your career in IT, SQL is the basic language you need to learn. Now, intro to SQL. SQL is a standard language for starting, manipulating, retrieving data in database. Our SQL tutor will teach you how to use SQL in MySQL, Microsoft SQL Server, MS Access, Oracle Sybase, Informix Postgres, and other database systems. SQL stands, as I said before, SQL stands for Standard Query Language. It allows you to access and manipulate database. SQL has become the standard for the American National Standard Institute since 1986 and of the International Organization for Standard ISO since 1987. So SQL is very important, and it's something that we should focus on. Next. Our SQL is important because it is the backbone of database programming. When you know Oracle SQL, you can easily understand and know other database programming languages like Microsoft SQL Server, MySQL, Postgres, MongoDB, Sybase, Bashcom scripting, and so on. So this points focus on the fact that the basic knowledge of Oracle SQL is essential. Next point. Now, what are the job, as I said before, what are the job opportunities associated with and affecting Oracle SQL? You can get a good job and a well-paid job as a database administrator, as an SQL expert, as a software developer, as a database developer, as a data scientist, data analyst, database developer, full-stack backend developer, Azure SQL, an Azure SQL administrator, either for Oracle or Microsoft, and so on. So all this job above requires very good understanding of SQL. Next point. We're going to make this course as short as possible. The intro is very important, so let's pay attention. Now, what are the basic facts that you know about SQL? The fact is that most companies require knowledge of SQL, whether within and outside the company. And age is not a big factor. 18 years or 55 years plus. If you understand SQL, you will get a well-paying job. Yes, and you can even start your own consulting company. So the importance of knowing SQL is enormous. Next point: what can SQL do? It can be used to execute queries against the database. It can be used to retrieve data from a database. You can use it to work in SAS records. SQL can be used to update records. SQL can be used to delete records from database. SQL can be used to create new database. SQL can create new tables in the database. SQL can be used to create stop procedures in database. SQL can be used to create views in the database. SQL can also be used to set permissions on tables, procedures, users and views. So the role or the function of SQL is important, and it's even more than what I've stated here. As we go on, we'll learn more. Yes, and SQL is a standard, although SQL is an ASI or ISO standard. There are different versions of SQL, which I've said before. You have MySQL, MongoDB, Postgres, etc. However, to be compliant with ANSI, you can use SQL for research, update, delete, etc. You can also utilize SQL on the website because for the backend database, SQL is usually used. So to build a website that shows data from a database, you need knowledge of what? RDBMS, SQL. RDBMS stands for Relational Database Management System. You can use integrated SQL and a server-side scripting language. You can use SQL to get data that you want. You can also use integrated SQL with web development front-end language like HTML, CSS. HTML stands for Hypertext Markup Language. CSS stands for Cascade Style Sheet. Now, let's go to the basic fundamental question. What is a database? Now, a database most often contains one or more tables, each identified by a name, and it is composed of columns and rows on which data is stored. So, as a DBA, you must always know what a database is. In this tutorial, we will use the well-known Nothing sample database standard. Below is the selection. Your table of a table. Now, your table can be any name. It can be for employees, tabs, etc. So, but we'll use the popular ones: employees, tabs, departments. There are different tables you can use. A relational table, which is the basic structure that is used to hold data. An object table, which is a table that uses an object type for a column definition. An object table is explicitly defined to hold object instances of a particular type. Now, when you have a database, going into the particular aspect of the term, when you have a database, you can log into your database and run some select statement to view the database. Now, there are two types of select statements. We have the general selection, and we also have the specific or distinct selection. Now, let's go to our table and let's do something. Let's start the database. This is our SQL platform. Let's call it as a CTV. So the first thing, if you want to know the user platform you are in, and just to show user. Yes, if you want to know the other users, yes, you can see. Select all from all underscore users. So this one shows all the other users apart from the sys user. As I said, our next class will talk about users. There are different types of users that we have. We have the sys user, there's our spot user, HR user, we are not. Now, if you want to view a particular table, let's say the employees table under the HR platform, first you have to log into that platform. So we'll do a connect. And the interface allows you to move from one database to another. Use that platform to another. If you want to know which user you are in, you can also type for user. So there's a candidate selector from the table name. You can see that the table is merged, but it's not well organized. So we can do a set page and set size to align with the database. We can do this. Set page size. We can do a set line size. So with this now, so when you run the command, select all from employees, it gives you, this is the sample database for working with examples that share this with employees table. As time goes on, zoom on. Okay, so that's okay. So we've done this. You can view employees table, department table. Now, what are the characteristics of SQL statements? Number one, SQL statement can be entered on one line. Very, very important. They are not case sensitive, so you can write the code to either capital letter or small letter. Keywords cannot be abbreviated or split across lines. Clauses are usually placed on separate lines. Indents are used to enhance readability. In SQL developers, SQL statements can be optionally terminated with a semicolon. So it's very terminated by a semicolon, but not every time it ends. In SQL Plus, you are required to end each SQL statement with a semicolon. Now there are different platforms you can run SQL on. You can run them on SQL Plus or SQL Developer. Now very important, this is a popular interview question, that what are SQL statements? There are some types, so there are like 4 main types. We have the DML, this stands for data manipulation language. We have DDL, data definition language. We have DCL, data control language, and lastly we have TCL, transaction control language. Example of data manipulation language includes select, insert, update, delete, merge. Example of data definition language includes create, alter, drop, name, compute, and comment. Example of data control language includes grant and review. And lastly, example of transaction control language includes commit, rollback, and save points. Next, there are some. So I've said there are 2 types of select statements. We have general select statement. This general select statement was using select all from all the table names. I think I've done that before. Then the distinct or specific select statement, which is using particular. Let's go to SQL platform. If I want, so these are platform. Unless I want to view all the tables in your place table, I'll say all the columns, select all from. Just select all from the table name. Unless I want to view a particular column, if I want to view it, let me see all the columns in the table structure. I can see it do easily describe command. Describe employees. So these are the different columns that we have. We have employee ID, first name, last name, email. So let's say I want to view just 3 columns or 4 columns. So just do select all from. Select the, after the select, you now mention the column names. Select employee, employee ID. Next column. Okay. The email, they are not put table name for employees. So there's an issue here. Can you see? You didn't spell this column name very well, so you have to go there and correct yourself. Best start to do it on that. So the fact is that so this specific one, selection. So from what we can see now, we selected specific select column. So this, the first one is select all from. This one, you have to put the column names. You can view only 1 column, 2 columns. Everything depends on what you want to do. So to explain this, lastly we'll now talk about what are data types. There are like 4 or 5 types of data types. Data types determine the type of data or structure within a table. Time the content of the table too. The examples or types of data type, we have car, integrating alphabets in column, car, the combination of numbers, alphabets, and special characters. We have number itself, for columns like age. In MySQL, when you use int, you have date is year mostly, you have timestamp, year, month, the hour, and second. So thank you. So that's why they stated here. So our next topic we talk about is just Oracle. And next we also talk about tables. Thank you all for joining our intro class to Oracle SQL. Don't forget what you have to gain from learning SQL is very, very, very important. So let's take it and understand very well. Thank you very much. Welcome to Bashcom Check Oracle Masterclass. Have a great day, everybody. See you all in our next class. Have a nice day.